Hello everyone, welcome to Cloud Patashala. In today's video, we would be looking at a cool feature or a trick in SSH config that I have been using lately. So in today's day and age, right? So we do have multiple EC2 instances, or we do have multiple instances in our AWS consoles. And creating an SSH config or updating an SSH config every time is really tiresome and takes a lot of time and effort, if not automated. Now, yes, there are automation tools available, but then creating an SSH config file for all 1000 EC2 instances is a bit lengthy and takes time for the file to be written. So instead of doing that, we could do some automation in such a way, or use some SSH tricks in such a way that if the EC2 instances of a particular kind have a similar configuration, so we could use a single SSH config to connect to them directly. I have a similar kind of example in this video, wherein I have a Bastion server that is named as CPB00 public SRV. I have two private EC2 instances, that is server 2 and server 1. Both these EC2 instances are in the same subnet and they have an IP address 10.0.1.246 and 10.0.1.28. What I would like to do is create an SSH config in such a way that I could use wildcard in the host details so that the SSH connections can happen seamlessly. So let's try to see how this can be done. I'll have something called as host. Here what I'll be doing is using the wildcard details, that is this. I would not be providing a host name because we would be directly using the IP address for connecting to the server. So I would not be providing a host name, but I would definitely be providing the user that is used for connecting, and obviously would be copying everything from the above. The identity file and the proxy command remains the same. So now what I can do is I could come to my terminal. I could come to my terminal and directly say SSH 10.1.0.28, which is one of my servers. Hit enter, and this should straight away take me to the terminal of the server. It didn't connect because I was using a wrong IP address, so that was 10.0.1.28. I would definitely double check or cross check that. So that's 10.0.1.28, and let's try to hit enter again, and you see that I have now been given the SSH prompt. So the handshake of the addresses is being done. I might be asked for accepting the certificate from the EC2 instance. Yeah, and I have connected to the EC2 instance, as you see. I could now exit from this screen and I could straight away go to my second IP address, that is 246, and connect to the server again. So as you see, with the help of SSH config, all I am doing is saying SSH and the IP address, and I am able to SSH into the server straight away. Now if you see, this process looks to be a bit slow. Now let's quickly try to increase the number of servers. I'll quickly spin up another EC2 instance on this. So I'll just increase the server count to 3, or I'll add a new configuration for the server. Hit enter. I'll go to my Terraform page. I'll do an auto approve so that it doesn't ask me for an approval again and again. and you would see that a new EC2 instance would be triggered or would be created very soon. So this is the new EC2 instance that is being triggered, and the IP address that I'm getting is 10.0.1.79. I would definitely be waiting for a couple of more seconds and then doing an SSH. I'll go to the next window and do an SSH for that particular IP address and wait for the connection to be established. So as you see, it says that it has permanently added the RSA token to the known host files. That means the handshake has happened. We're just waiting for the connection to be established, which might take some time, like in our previous EC2 instance. So as you see, the EC2 instance, we are able to connect to the EC2 instance. I am currently in the server with IP address 10.0.1.79, which is the third server in our line. So this is how you could use your infrastructure or use your SSH config to connect to multiple servers in your infrastructure in a planned manner. So if you look at this config file that I have, I'm able to connect to 3 servers using the same config file. The only reason I don't have a host name defined over here is because I am already providing an IP address to connect. So SSH config is clear enough to understand that parameter that we have passed after the SSH is an IP address, and then it connects to that particular IP address, reading through this documentation or this piece of configuration. I hope this short video was informative and would be helpful for your day-to-day work on Linux operating systems in cloud infrastructures, where most of the configurations mostly remain the same for a particular kind of environment. We hope you like this video. Please like and share it across with your friends. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. Keep having a great day.